Welcome back. There is high drama unfolding in Pakistan. Police officers from Islamabad have arrived in Lahore to arrest the former Prime Minister, Imran Khan. His party has issued a rallying call to supporters. They have been asked to assemble in Zaman Park to oppose this impending arrest. So what you see on your screens right now is the standoff between the police from Islamabad and all of PTI's supporters who have gathered there. In all likelihoods, it's going to be a showdown between the police and Imran's supporters. Right now, things have been mild. There have been reports of water cannons and tear gas being fired outside his residence. On Monday, and this is where things got a bit confusing. On Monday, 2 arrest warrants were issued for Imran Khan's arrest. One in the Tosha Khana corruption case, and the second in a case linked to threatening a woman judge and cops. The second warrant was a non-bailable one and ordered the cops to arrest and present Imran Khan before the court by March 29th. But this morning, that non-bailable warrant was suspended. Imran Khan's lawyers argued that his security cover had been withdrawn by the government, which made him vulnerable to attacks. So the lawyers suggested that he could attend the court session virtually. Now, that was the first warrant. But the second warrant was not suspended. It is linked to the Tosha Khana case, in which Imran Khan was suspended from holding public office for 5 years. This happened last year. The allegation is that Imran Khan used state funds to buy luxury products like watches from the Tosh Khana and sell them for a profit. In that case, the arrest warrant is still valid. Now, to be clear, this isn't Imran Khan's first encounter with the legal system. Since exiting office last year, he has been flooded with allegations and litigations. By his own admission, there are more than 80 cases pending against him. Amidst all this controversy, Imran Khan held a massive rally in Lahore yesterday. Thousands of his supporters turned up to protest against the government of Shehbaz Sharif. Just a couple of minutes back, he uploaded this message for his supporters. Listen in.
मैं तो अपनी सारी जिंदगी जंग लड़ी और लड़ता रहूंगा, लेकिन अगर मुझे कुछ होता है या जेल में जाता हूं या मार देते हैं, तो आपने ये साबित करना है कि इमरान खान के बगैर भी ये कौम जद्दोजहद करेगी और ये बदतरीन गुलामी इन चोरों की और ये जो एक आदमी फैसले कर रहा है इस मुल्क के, ये कभी आप कबूल नहीं करेंगे.
Imran Khan is an anomaly in Pakistani politics. He was ousted from power in a joint campaign by the Sharifs and the army. Now, usually, deposed Pakistani leaders are either exiled or worse. But Imran Khan has refused to sail into the sunset. He has been holding massive rallies across Pakistan, and he's even made subtle criticism of the army. His popularity should make the upcoming general elections in Pakistan one to watch out for. Let me go straight across to my guests who are joining me this evening. Mahroob Raza is the group consulting editor at Times Network. Abdul Samad Yaqoob is spokesperson of the PTI. And Faraz Saeed, I beg your pardon, is a political analyst. He is joining us on the broadcast. Faraz, I'm coming to you first because I want to understand what exactly is happening in Lahore. This entire drama of the police coming from Islamabad being stationed outside Imran Khan's residence has now gone on for 5 hours. Arrest karna hai, to arrest kiya kyun nahi abhi tak? What's stopping them?
Thank you so much. Well, firstly, Imran Khan. So the court has actually, sent non-bailable arrest warrants, and following the orders, Islamabad police, the representatives of Islamabad police, flew to Lahore yesterday. And following their meetings day in, day out with Punjab police, they launched a major action on Zaman Park. Now, one reason why police has so far failed to arrest Mr. Khan is because thousands of political workers of PTI have been surrounding Zaman Park for about a month, following a series of arrest warrants that were pulled out of the courts. The problem is, PTI workers and PTI leaders are defiant against the court, arrest warrants that have been declared, because again, Imran Khan faces security threats. In the face of it, government so far has failed to provide Mr. Khan the exact amount of security, again, Imran Khan is one of the largest political leader, has an immense amount of political clout in the country. And as you said initially, most of the leaders who are deposed from the power are either sent into self-exile or they're thrown out of the country. Whereas Imran Khan stayed within the country, stayed between the two cities, Lahore and Islamabad, faced the courts defiantly. But the scenes that are coming out of Lahore are abhorrent, are horrific, and democracies do not operate like that. And it's sad, the kind of scenes that we're seeing today in Lahore.
Okay. Abdul Samad Yaqoob, your spokesperson of the PTI, we've just heard from your leader Imran Khan. He's saying, if something happens to me, if I'm harmed, just to ensure that leaders in this country know that this country is safe, is safe with Pakistanis, etc. I want to ask you this. Imran Khan surely knows that his arrest is imminent. Then why all the, I don't know whether the right word is drama or not, but then why the drama surrounding the arrest? The fact is that he has been accused in multiple cases, 80 by his own count. He has to be arrested. Therefore, arrest hone se doesn't he become a martyr? Doesn't it work for him if he's arrested?
See, listen, there are 83 cases precisely, against him, and each day the court and the magistrate issue the warrant. And at the beat time, at the nick of the time, these warrants are cancelled, or we got the remedy from the relief from the higher courts. Even just a while ago, we have filed a petition against this warrant. But you have rightly said that, yes, I believe that the intentions of the government seems to be they are going to arrest Imran Khan at any cost. But Faraz was rightly saying that democracies do not work in this way. But yes, sham democracies work in this way when there is a deep state. Unfortunately, I have to admit that, yes, such things such fascism becomes the norms when there is a deep state and when the sham democracy is being practiced. So it's not the matter of arrest of Imran Khan. It's not the... He is consistently appearing in the multiple cases, but humanly it is not possible to someone to appear in 83 cases. How come one appear in multiple courts when most of the courts are in the Islamabad, and he was injured and he's in Lahore. So anyways, this is established fact.
But
that
Yaqoob Saab,
yes,
his daleel has been, Yaqoob Saab, his daleel has been that, look, I cannot come to court. You cannot penalize me because I can't come to court because this government has withdrawn all security cover. So my life is in threat. My life is in danger. Is that a bit of an exaggeration?
नहीं, यहाँ पे जहाँ पे भुट्टो को हैंग कर दिया गया कोर्ट्स की अपेयरिंग्स में भी जुडिशियल मर्डर कहा जाता है, तो वो कोर्ट पे मैटर नहीं करता कि कोर्ट पे पेश होना या ना होना, क्योंकि फैसले जो है वो कोर्ट्स में नहीं हो रहे, फैसले कहीं और हो रहे हैं. डिसीजंस आर बीइंग टेकन समवेयर एल्स. So that's what I pointed out, the deep state. तो ये कोई पीडीएम से या उनकी लड़ाई नहीं है. ये लड़ाई जो है ये लार्जर पीडीएम और पीएमएलएन के साथ है. मसला कहीं और पे है.
तो यकूब नहीं, तो आप कह रहे हैं डीप स्टेट यानी कि पाकिस्तानी आर्मी. यकूब साहब, आपको पक्का यकीन है कि आज बाय द एंड ऑफ द डे इमरान खान विल बी अरेस्टेड? That these are, these are great optics that are playing out for the PTI, but by the end of it, are you fairly confident that there will be an arrest?
Well, even if not today, even if not today, then it will be tomorrow or day after tomorrow. Because कभी भी arrest तो करना चाहते हैं, वो तो इस्लामाबाद से भी करना चाहते थे. तो लॉ एंड ऑर्डर सिचुएशन को देखते हुए थोड़ा पीछे हट जाते हैं, वो एक स्टेप पीछे हट जाते हैं, लेकिन अगले दिन फिर तैयारी करते हैं अरेस्ट करने की. जैसे आपने you have rightly mentioned that there was two warrants which were being issued today. One was cancelled and one is still there, तोशा खाना. तो अल्टीमेटली गिरफ्तार करेंगे. मैं सिंपल वर्ड्स में कह रहा हूँ, उसमें करें 83 केसेस है, किसी न किसी में वो जरूर करेंगे.
Okay.
Essentially, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying ultimately, Yaqoob Saab, you're saying there will be an arrest, whether it happens today, whether it happens tomorrow, whether it happens in the Toshkana case, whether it happens in some other case, you are fairly confident that your leader is going to be arrested. Maruf Raza, what do you make of all the optics that have played out in Lahore since morning today? I think it's been 5 hours since we have been seeing these pictures come in. The Rangers are there, the police is there, they are in riot gear, there is tear gas shelling, there are water cannons being fired. So this is great optics for the PTI. If and when the arrest does take place, do you think it would end up making Imran Khan a martyr? He's already quite popular in Pakistan.
Well, Shreya, there are lots of points. Both your guests have rightly alluded to a number of issues. And, they have their restrictions. They cannot go beyond a point and point fingers at the military brass hats in Rawalpindi. But being outside Pakistan and having watched the country very closely for the last 30 years and have written at least 2 or 3 books on the role of the military in Pakistan's politics and everything else, let me sort of give you a few bullet points. Point 1, Imran Khan, ironically, is more popular out of power than he was when in power. When he was brought in by the army, he was often said to be a selected prime minister and not an elected prime minister. And this is not new in Pakistan. As the PTI spokesman has rightly brought out, it's not just the case of Zulfikar Bhutto, but even after Zulfikar Bhutto, General Zia had Mr. Junejo as his prime minister. The military brings in amenable people, lifts them up, and then dumps them. Nawaz Sharif was brought in by the military and rose to dizzying heights till he was also sidelined for acts of corruption and what have you. And then you have had cases thereafter of anybody who speaks his mind, and Imran had become rather vocal in recent years before he was shown the door, talking about, what the role America was playing, talking about how India was providing an example for democracy and Pakistan needed to emulate that. Now, all those things people know, but khalkhali mach jati hai ki sahab, ye kaise directly India ke bare mein baat kar rahe hain, or he's talking about America, because for long it's been said that the 3 A's in Pakistan that matter is Allah, the army, and America. Now, America has been sidelined by China, but America has got back into reckoning again by doing this, that, and the other, and America is not going to let go of Pakistan from what I understand. Now, let's look at the 2 big cases against him. One is his threats, so-called threats to a judge. Well, that is something that has rightly been brought out, ki bhai, it can, your patience can be pushed. But I certainly do not buy the argument that Imran is totally corrupt because of a few gifts that he bought or sold. Firstly, Imran doesn't need the money. He was married to a billionaire's daughter, and he could have happily abandoned all this and gone and lived the life of the choice of the social circuit in London, which he had been for years. So a $300 gift here and a watch there. Pakistanis must ask themselves some serious questions. Point 1, the entire damn military brass of Pakistan lives on handouts. They have been getting handouts. Even the China-Pakistan economic corridor, which Imran initially pointed out as something which is eating into Pakistan, and today Pakistan is going the Sri Lanka way, is basically because of the military generals who are eating out of that handouts of the Chinese. And the Chinese are very tough debt givers. They will not abandon wherever money has been put in. Now look at the names that have surfaced in the Toshakhana case. Now apparently some records have been declassified, and they say Musharraf, a military man, and all his hangers-ons are beneficiaries of the Toshakhana kind of allegations. Shaukat Aziz. Now Shaukat Aziz was, as some of us would know, was a very prosperous banker from the World Bank. And then he became prime minister for a short time. Yusuf Raza Jilani, वो भी well-to-do guy हैं, but उनको भी काफी कुछ दिया होगा, because these gifts are given. I mean, you go to the Gulf countries, even, if the sheikh likes you, he'll hand you a Rolex watch. Now that goes more than $300, right? So you get gifts left, right, and center. So are you going to display all those gifts there? Who are you going to pass it on? Pakistani generals live off land, live off all sorts of benefits. Pakistan is a country that lives on handouts. So why blame just Imran Khan? You have Nawaz Sharif, you have Shahbaz Sharif. They're all in that list that has come out from the list declassified of 2002 to 2023. This is now when the new Toshakhana Act has come into being. Now, what Pakistanis are basically
Okay.
saying that, you know, let the guy be, but he is an impediment to the military's proxy rule of the country. So the military is very good in Pakistan on sponsoring proxy terrorism, proxy insurgencies, and proxy rule within the country. Hussain Haqqani, in his very insightful book on the Pakistani military, you know, between the military and the mosque, Pakistan, he has said that General Mirza Aslam Beg took a decision after Ziaul Haq's death that we must have titular prime ministers who will provide the front of a democracy to the world so that business continues as usual. And we will get on with running Pakistan the way we are good at running. And this is what they're doing. Imran was now a protege who had again grown wings. And so it is often said in Pakistan that when as a prime minister you are sidelined, you're lucky to get away from not being hanged. Now, if Imran continues to rattle the cage, then you know the worst could be in the reckoning, and that's why he said कि अगर मुझे कुछ हो जाएगा, because उनको एक गोली लग चुकी है. Now to say that this was some maverick guy who'd gone and shot at him is bullshit. Basically, he was a front set up by the army, and he missed his target by a foot and a half. Otherwise, he should have hit
certainly
Imran on the chest.
the cage.
That would have been the end of the story.
He certainly rattled the cage. He certainly rattled the cage, and his arrest today is looking imminent. If not today, if not by tonight, it could happen tomorrow, but it is going to happen. Maruf Raza, we leave it there for the moment. Abdul Samad Yaqoob, thank you very much for joining us. And Faraz Saeed, thank you very much for joining us as well. I'm slipping into a quick break on the show. We have Priyanka Chaturvedi, who is joining us next on the happenings in Parliament. Do stay with us.